Hi, I just wanted to give you a quick tour of the Simple Content Planner Notion template. So when you first open it up, you're going to see this page with your key pages right here at the top, and then your content calendar at the bottom, which has a monthly and a weekly view. And this is going to pull in content from the planner that you enter in the planner. So the first thing I'm going to walk you through is the pillars and hashtags page. And this is where you can enter in your content pillars and any hashtags that you use regularly. And these are going to be selectable in the planner. So this is where you would enter them so that then you can select them in the planner. So I already have some here, so I'll show you how you can use this. The platforms page is, you can add in as many platforms as you want. Right now I have 3 social platforms and a blog and an email. I already edited this one to be Facebook. You can edit it to be whatever you want. So let's say Twitter, and then you can change the icon to match Twitter. Basically, you can customize it to suit your needs. And each of these platform pages has an observation section where you can write in your observations about the past month's numbers, top performing posts, etc. And then a checklist with some actions to take based on your observations so that you can always be making improvements based on your data. And then the resources section is where you can add in links to tools that you use a lot, like Canva, for example. And the content planner, this is a filtered view that only shows content for this platform relating to this page. So let me show you. You use this filter and it shows platforms Twitter. So it's only showing Twitter content. And it's divided by the stage of the content: idea, in progress, and done. The other thing I designed here, because I love looking at my numbers every month, is a performance tracker where you can add in your metrics, for example, monthly followers, monthly accounts reached, monthly engagements. You can customize this. You can just edit these tables. And if you add in the numbers every month, let's add some numbers in, just making up these numbers. You can switch from the data tab to the percent change tab, and you'll see the percent change month over month. And I did it starting from December of the year prior because I like this. This allows you to measure from the beginning of the year, like from December to January, then January to February, February to March. But you can start entering your numbers whenever you get this template. And then there's one for 2024. And if you need 2025, you can just duplicate this row and have another row for that year too. And should you need another table, you can just click on Add New Chart, and you'll get a blank chart. And you can edit the title to whatever you want and start, capturing those metrics and measuring the percent change month over month. And so that is the platforms section. So now the planner. The content planner is really the heart of this because it is a planner after all. And here, I basically have several different views to make it easier to look at your content. The first view is the Kanban view for all content at all stages. So you have content in your idea stage, in progress stage, and done. Then you have just the idea stage content filtered. So, and then the in progress, and then the completed content. So in the completed content, once this content has been published, when you go back and do your monthly review, there's this checkbox that says top content, and you can select the content pieces that were the top performing. You have to decide how you're going to decide which are the top pieces. It might just be the top number 1 or the top 5, but you can check that. And then when you go back next year or a few months from now, you'll have a list of all your top performing pieces of content. So this is great because then you can repurpose these pieces or reuse them. And it's right here. It's super handy. And then the last view is all content in table format. So let me show you how this would work. So let's say we're going to add a new piece of content. We have an idea. So when you click on plus, it just adds new content, but then we can edit it. The first thing I want to note is that let's change the title. So let's say we're going to write an email about Notion template. I'm totally making this up. So the platform would be email, which I already have. The content pillar would be, let's say, marketing 101. We're not going to use hashtags. The format would be email. The goal would be let's say educate publication date is a date that I'm going to publish it. It would be, let's say, the September the 13th. And it's still an idea. I haven't started working on it. It's so now I have several templates that you can choose from. You could, since this is an email, I'm going to choose the email template, which is going to load up slowly. And then, so each of these templates has some pre-filled information that it pulls in. So for an email, you're going to want to know the call to action, the subject line, the body. And you can also add a checklist. So if you have a checklist that you usually follow when you write your emails, you can just hit add checklist and then, draft email. And you can write all the steps and then check them off as you perform them. So this is if you were to write an email. Let me show you the other templates. So there's a template for email, there's one for blog post, one for social post. The default one is just new content, but you can always select one of the other ones once when you've created the content. And you can always create a new template if you want to customize it to suit like a very specific use case. You can always create a new template. And another thing I wanted to note is that I've designed this so that you can select multiple social platforms. So let's go to this one. What are featured snippets? It's actually already done, but let's say I'm publishing it on the social platform 2, which I haven't named. It's just a generic name, Twitter. And I also want to post it on social platform 3. So I can. So if I want to publish one piece of content across 3 platforms, it's very easy to track that here. So that is the content planner. And once the content is entered in the planner, it is going to show up in the calendar. Except, of course, these are all content pieces that have due dates of a long time. There we go, last month. So they're right here, and you can see the status. So it's very easy to get a quick glance of your content pieces and where they are in the content pipeline. So that is the planner. And the next thing is the brand guide, because I've always found it super helpful to have all the brand related assets in one place. So I put a place for you to put your logos. You can just click on the image and replace it with your logo. And you can even enter in your brand colors. And there's a quick video showing you how to edit these. It's actually pretty straightforward because I'm always looking for the hex codes when I'm creating images. So here you can keep them super handy. You can include your fonts, a link to your messaging doc, because a lot of us have messaging docs that we need to use as a reference, your brand story, and image, examples of your imagery style so that, you can keep a consistent look. Some details about your tone of voice, some details about your audience and who your audience might follow, and your value proposition. So you can fill in as much of this as you need, but I find it super helpful to have it all in one place. So that's that. And then resources, it's just a place to add links, like your favorite blog posts or anything that you find on the internet, like screenshots that you want to be able to reference. And then there's, of course, the Get Help tab, which basically you can ping me if you have any questions about this template. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you enjoy this. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care. Bye.